Hey guys, Nicole here from Adelaide West Physio and Pilates, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about flexibility. So as a lot of you probably know, outside of my time here as a physiotherapist, I'm also an aerialist, so I not only perform but I also teach. And so I'm very passionate about flexibility and how to improve flexibility safety. So if we kind of take the clocks back 10, 20 years, really the standardized way of stretching was a lot of passive stretching. And this is something that we saw a lot in things like ballet. And the Australian Ballet have more recently published a lot of information on a lot of the studies that they've done and how they've changed the way that they train their dancers. So a really great example is they did some studies looking at the ability of professional dancers to be able to do something like calf raises, and found that those that could do less than say 24 or 25 calf raises had a higher risk of things like ankle and foot injuries. They also found that the rate of injuries in ballet dancers, like lower limb dancers, became significantly less when they actually took passive stretching out of their programs. So just for a bit of clarification, passive stretching is something that involves an external or an outside force that's applied to a particular limb. For example, if I want to lift my leg up nice and high, and if I use my hand and really pull it up, then that is a passive stretch because I'm using my arm to pull it up. Another example of that would be if I was to use, say, a towel or a partner or something like that. So contrary to even what a lot of sports do still, we actually know now that it's the active flexibility and strengthening that actually reduces our injury risk and actually makes us more mobile. And there's a lot of examples of this. Another smaller study looked at 3 groups. One group worked on active strength and in those kind of end range positions, like when you lift your leg up nice and high. Another group was kind of a lower intensity stretch and another group was a higher intensity stretch. And they actually found that active range of movement improved better in those that were doing the strengthening and lower intensity range stretching. So we can actually get a lot more about being strong. We can actually get a lot more about being strong in a position rather than kind of forcing a muscle and a limb into a particular position. There is also some evidence that suggests if you hold a stretch for too long, it can actually inhibit a muscle. So we don't necessarily want that either. So this is a topic I'm particularly passionate about, and it's something that I still see pretty often. Dancers, Cali girls coming in, and they've got this amazing ability to pull their leg up towards their head. But if I was to say, okay, now I want you to switch on your muscles and lift your leg into that position, they find it really, really, really hard to lift their leg into that position. So what I'm really passionate about is building strength in dancers, or building strength in aerialists, anybody that needs a little bit more than above average flexibility for their chosen sport, to make them safe, to reduce their risk of injury and get them stronger in those positions as well. So if it's something that you've got any questions about, or maybe you'd like to have a chat with somebody about, feel free to give us a buzz, or you can book yourself in a time to see me and we can talk through any questions or any problems that you might be having. Cheers guys.
Hey, thanks for watching our video. If you liked it, we would love it if you would hit the thumbs up button below. It lets YouTube know that we know what we're talking about and that we're helping people. If you like the style of our videos and you'd like to see more of them and know when a new one is published, then just hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any thoughts or comments or questions, please add them below, because we answer all of them, and we love to hear comments because it helps us to shape the channel and find out what people want to know. It helps it to become as relevant as possible for everyone. So thank you.